Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Well, good afternoon, everyone. We're back at B9 today in the Women's Championship action as Blues take on Watford in Smallheath. Last week saw Blues bounce back from their disappointing Conti Cup defeat in perfect fashion, romping Sheffield United 4-0 in their own backyard with an utterly dominant performance. Their 2 wins have come on the road this season, Blues. They've gathered just 1 point from a possible 9 here at St Andrews so far, so will be thirsting to improve their home form and make B9 a tough place to come if they want to challenge for promotion back to the Super League. Darren Carter's side are unbeaten in 3 league games coming into this one. Conversely, it's been a stinging welcoming for the Hornets upon their return to the Women's Championship after bouncing back first time from the National League with a playoff win over Nottingham Forest under coach Damon Lathrope. They're joint bottom with Lewis after 7 games with just 1 win and 5 defeats, and a recent defeat to Lewis last time out inflicted a 4th straight defeat on the Hornets. They're yet to keep a clean sheet upon their return to the second tier, but they'll take confidence that their solitary win this season, their only win this season, did come on the road, when with Blues not figuring out their home formula as of yet, Watford might fancy themselves here at St Andrews on what is a sunny afternoon in Smallheath, just waiting for the players to emerge out of the tunnel. Despite starting the season well, Watford, they need to start putting some form together to avoid what would be their 5th straight defeat. Two wins, 2 draws and 3 losses for Darren Carter's Blues side. They did finish second in the championship last season, pipped to that top spot by Bristol City. Carter and his team will be thirsting to go 1 step further this campaign. They need to sort their home form out though if they want to challenge for the top of this table. I had Shiv Wilson on comms with me for the past few weeks. He said that they know their early season form has come way below the expectations that they've set for themselves, but since the international break they're unbeaten in 3 games and come into this one off the back of a 4-0 hammering of Sheffield United at Bramall Lane. And the most positive thing to take from that for Darren Carter, apart from the away win and the clean sheet, is that 4 different scorers were on the score sheet for Blues, with everyone in the squad contributing to that scoreline. As for Watford, as I say, they're 11th place, joint bottom with Lewis only above their rivals on goal difference. Their only win this season has come away from home against Charlton Athletic. A very impressive performance from the Hornets, as there's the signature pyrotechnics that we've come to be used to at St Andrews into the cauldron of fire inside the second city. Blues, of course, in their classic royal blue jerseys, blue shorts and white socks. Watford in their train strip of the white top with the purple trim. Burgundy shorts and burgundy socks as well. Well, Darren Carter names an unchanged 11 from our 4-0 win at Bramall Lane. So Lucy Thomas in goal. Harris, Lawley, Heron and Mason along the back. Agg and Moore start once again in the midfield. Quinn, Fuso and Devlin providing support to Libby Smith up top, who is searching for her 3rd goal of the season. As for Watford, coach Damon Lathrope makes 5 changes. Out go Leon, Davison, Reed, Rossiter and Harris. In come Johns, Lafayette, Giorgio, Mayvold. And as a season debut for Jackie Goldsmith in goal as well. So Goldsmith in goal, Myvold, Chandler and Bennett, Lafayette, McLean, Harbert and Giorgio, with Haynes and Baptiste supporting Johns up front. The official today is Lewis Dawson in the luminous orange strip this afternoon. So Blues desperate to continue their recent good form Watford, meanwhile, searching to put some together themselves. After a decent start to the return to the Championship, it has to be said for the Hornets. They took 4 points from their first 3 games, a draw and a win against Charlton Athletic, but since then they've been on a run of 4 straight defeats in the league, desperate today not to make it 5, whilst Blues are thirsting for a return to winning ways at home, searching for their first victory here at St Andrews. So it is Blues versus the Golden Goals, the first meeting between these sides since 2009. Blues are unbeaten against the Hornets in their past 4 meetings, with the away side not having won here since 2007. Blues are desperate to make St Andrews the fortress it was last campaign and come into this one off the back of their biggest win of the season so far. Carter, I'm sure, will hope that last week's win will mark a turning point in the campaign, but Watford travel here with a job to do if the joint bottom side don't want to be left with a mountain to climb later in the season. They will feel the Hornets that they need to start putting together some convincing form. It was a 88th minute winner that saw Watford succumb to their 5th loss of the campaign. Away to Lewis I should say home to Lewis last week. So half the St Andrews pitch drenched in sunshine as Blues continue to carry out their pre-match huddle, desperate to keep the momentum going. Shiv Wilson has said that despite the poor start, the team has never been so together and close-knit in the training camp. And the players take the knee in the ongoing battle against discrimination, all forms of discrimination, not just in football, but in society as well. So it's Watford to get us underway here at St Andrews, and immediately Devlin on the hunt to cut out a pass down the Watford right-hand side. Watford seeking what would be just their 2nd win of the season this afternoon upon their return to the Women's Championship. Mason seeking a ball inside, eluded Fuso and was cut out by Watford. Harbour works it back, gives Chandler some running to do. And now Myvold. Here's Heron, who has been nothing short of sensational since joining Blues in her debut season. Mason linking up well down the left-hand side with Devlin. Smith will give chase, but Watford can clear through goalkeeper Goldsmid. Her first appearance of the season since returning from injury between the sticks for the 23-year-old. Here's Harris, who scored an absolute rocket. Her 2nd goal in blue was certainly one to remember at Bramall Lane last week. Pile driver from 35 yards as a part of Blues' 4-0 win. Mason, another one who's really impressed since arriving in the summer. Works some space for herself, finds Devlin, but she's dispossessed by McLean. It's worked back to Chandler. This neat composed play back there by Watford to get themselves out of a tight cul-de-sac. And they can clear upfield down the right-hand side. First work for Baptista Situ. As Moore just looked to rider flying challenge, which came in courtesy of Giorgio. See Damon Lathrope barking some instructions to McLean on his near side for Watford, head coach of the Hornets since June 2022. And Baptiste immediately looks to spring away from Heron. And she's got the pace here, Baptiste, but Heron did just enough to keep up with her. Prevent the cross, but surrender the corner kick. Well, Bianca Baptiste, joined from Crystal Palace July 2022, was integral to their promotion season last campaign. 8 goals and 14 assists throughout the campaign. She's already got 1 to her name this season, and we just saw a glimpse of the pace that the 31-year-old possesses. Heron, though, sticking to her task and doing just enough, but Watford will have the first corner of the game. It's played short, it's played right into the path of Fuso, who takes no chances and clears away, but certainly something off the training ground from Watford, but certainly was poorly executed. Coral Haynes not putting the ball, I think, where her teammates expected her to, as McLean works the throw in short. Trace passes with Harbert. Smith, nice hold-up play. Devlin offloads infield. Smith. There's Ag, who just got caught on it for a slight second, but manages to retain possession. Here's Harris, squeezing the ball down the right-hand side. Ag's continued her run. Across comes Mayveld to see the ball out of play. Anna Mayveld, who has come back into the squad today after being left out of the 11 at Lewis last week. Signed in 2019 after spells with Arsenal and Spurs, and she scored twice in the promotion campaign last season, and even won the European Beach Soccer League in the summer of 2021, so not just talented on the grass. The Watford number 5. Smith. Harris. Smith again. Tight towards the byline, down the right-hand side. Manages to dig out a cross, but it was tame and easily cut out by Watford. But it's a loose touch from Lafayette. Watford just lining up in a back 3, with McLean and Lafayette coming back to reinforce that back line as Blues do attack. But in the end, the attack comes to nothing from Birmingham City, seeking their 3rd win of the campaign today, looking to go 4 unbeaten. Darren Carter surely will feel that that 4-0 win over Sheffield United can act as a galvanising moment to kick on and really kick-start the season. Chance taken by Goldsmith, but shows good composure. Loose pass from Bennett, picked up by Moore. Equally so by Fuso, who gives the ball straight back to the Hornets. Here's Haynes. Nice feet to navigate a cul-de-sac in the midfield. Bit of space now for Lafayette on the left-hand side. Sporting the gloves this afternoon, as is the dip in temperature we've experienced on what is a crisp Sunday afternoon in Birmingham. Ag works hard to dispossess Watford in the midfield. Devlin seeking out Smith round the back, but that'll run through for Goldsmith. Here's Bennett, a former London City Lioness, who signed this summer after 4 years in the capital. As Watford look to play through the lines. Heron alert to it though, works it back to Lucy Thomas. Her clearance is short, picked up by Moore for Blues. And now Heron can surge forward from centre-back midway inside the Blues half. Nice intricate play by Mason, but just swarmed by white shirts. Devlin recovers the situation well. Moore looking for that long diagonal pass. Calls of handball. Referee lets play go on. Lovely feet by Ag. And strong in the challenge as well. Now it breaks for Devlin. Cantering up to the edge of the penalty area. She's dispossessed this time. And now Watford look to break. Plenty of space down the right-hand side for Johns. Carly Johns taking on Heron infield onto the left foot. Offloads to Lafayette, just slightly wide, which allows Blues to get bodies back. Maivald. Johns, who was just held up in her tracks by Heron, who marshalled the striker well. Dropped in over the top by Haynes. Certainly the playmaker for Watford this afternoon. Coral Haynes, who is of course a former Blue. Had a spell here at St Andrews. Super League and European experience in the number 23. Lawley, who scored her first goal since January 2022 in the 4-0 romp of Sheffield United, as Smith is played him over the top. She's got Fuso inside. It's played towards Fuso, just ran away from the Brazilian. She tees up Devlin to hit it. Just hooked it across the 6-yard box, made it easy for Watford to pick up, and who look to play their way out of trouble now. Watford certainly very confident at the back to pop it around the penalty area. The Hornets. Baptiste looks for the long way around Mason, who stands firm, but first big chance of the game falls Blues' way. Smith released over the top down the right-hand side. Bags of pace to burn. Her ball just taking a deflection into the middle, which took it away from Fuso, who was arriving at pace. And Devlin's shot was dragged and easy to clear for the Watford back line. 0-0 it remains here. That's St Andrews. 12 minutes gone. Ag, industrious in the midfield, does well to emerge from a cluster of players with the ball. Here's Moore. Space for her to operate in. Quinn, another one of those goal scorers last weekend, her first goal of the season. A lovely, well-taken volley to smash in number 3 of the 4-0 romp in South Yorkshire. McLean. Nice feet to elude the arriving Mason, but Heron, brilliant anticipation leading to the intervention. Rolls it to Smith, who can turn and drive to the edge of the penalty area. Smith just looking to work an angle to work her magic. Invites Harris. Harris's ball into the centre. Fuso rising. Brave goalkeeping from Goldsmith, who got there in a cluster of bodies. A Watford player is down in the away penalty area following that altercation. But it's certainly Blues having all the joy inside the first 15 or so minutes. They're really starting to tout the heat. It's Giorgio who's stayed down on the turf. Signed in March 2022 from Coventry United. 7 goals, 7 assists in the 30 appearances she's made for the Golden Goals so far. So Blues can restart from the drop ball following the recovery that Joey Giorgio has made. Heron gives the ball away. McLean. Haynes looking to work an angle edge of the penalty area. Heron makes up for her mistake, but immediately charged down by Coral Haynes, who seems to certainly be the dynamo in that Watford attack so far. Everything they've done has come through the 27-year-old. It's Watford this time to give the ball away. Good hunting by Devlin. Looks to tee herself up, not too far away. That was going. Brilliant strike from Charlie Devlin, still seeking her first goal of the season. Certainly had Goldsmith springing away to her right-hand side. Well, it just opened up for her after Watford gave the ball away. The cracking hit, plenty of venom in it, just wide of that right-hand post. And that's a cue for Darren Carter to come out to the edge of his technical area, takes a swig of water. He'll certainly be impressed with what he's seen in the opening quarter of an hour. Desperate for his side to continue the momentum they've built since the international break, unbeaten in 3. Just need to pick up some more points here at St Andrews. 1 point from a possible 9 so far, but they've certainly started quicker out of the blocks against Watford this afternoon. Harris's throw. Quinn just sandwiched by 2 white shirts. Blues will gain some yards down the right-hand side. Harris forward. Seen away. And at the second attempt as well. Eventually Watford can clear their lines. It will fall back for Bennett. Drops it into the midfield. Heavy challenge comes in from Devlin, but a fair one. More follow suit as well, but Watford have it. Haynes. Good interception by Harris, who can surge forward now down the right-hand side for Blues. McLean manages to get her body across. And Watford again, as they have done for the first 15 minutes, work it very tidily across their own back line to get themselves out of a tight spot. Here's McLean. Baptiste, touch in field, presents the ball straight to Moore. And Heron this time can tidy up for Blues. 0-0. Loose pass from Thomas, picked up by Haynes, who's sought out Johns down the left flank, just shy of the corner flag. Lawley across to meet her. It's work back for Coral Haynes. Flashes a ball across the penalty area. McLean was arriving, but she was very well marshalled by Mason. Just gave a slight nudge in the back to McLean to put her off her leap. And that was enough to see the ball behind for a goal kick. So it remains 0-0. Watford just starting to grow into the game. Certainly everything they do going forward coming through Coral Haynes. Blues still have the best chance of the game. Libby Smith escaping down the right-hand side. Fuso just couldn't latch onto the ball into the middle and make any convincing contact. And Devlin's shot in the end was tame. That came after about 10 minutes. Very even contest on tender hooks, this one. Heron charging forward again. Heron drops one in over the top for Smith to give chase. Chandler did just enough, the Watford captain, to see that back to her goalkeeper. Referee just potentially getting in the way, but Johns has worked out to the left-hand side for Lafayette. Haynes dispossessed. Ag can burst towards the edge of the penalty area. Heavy ball across. Was seeking Devlin, who will work hard but can't prevent the throw-in. Blues have won the ball in an offensive position a few times. Watford just maybe overplaying at the back, but so far Blues haven't been able to take full advantage. Johns offloads but can only find Moore, who picks up for Blues. Harris. Herring can work it back to Lucy Thomas, who did earn her second clean sheet of the season in that 4-0 win at Bramall Lane. Was really a spectator like the rest of us. Can only remember her making 1 or 2 saves in the first half as Mason has combined well with Devlin. And Mason curving ball into the penalty area. Smith was arriving, Quinn arriving to reload. And she's been slightly fortuitous with the ricochet, has she? No. The flag is up on that far side to signal a goal kick, with Lafayette sliding in. Quinn thought she had just got the benefit of the doubt as she put it on her plate for Devlin, who turned into an empty net, but the flag denies Blues an opening goal. So it remains 0-0, but lovely interplay between Devlin and Mason down this left-hand side. Mason's teasing cross into that corridor of uncertainty. Smith just couldn't react quick enough in the middle. And Watford have persevered with this throughout the first 20 minutes, and they've given the ball away again. Devlin pulls it back into the middle, seen away this time by Chandler. And Blues once again can't benefit from the Watford mistake, but Watford have persevered and persevered with playing out from the back, and that's the last couple of times now that they haven't got past the edge of their own penalty area before surrendering possession. Blues, though, unable to hand out the full punishment. This time Watford go long. One in the midfield by Moore. There's Devlin, can bring the ball under control and feed Ag. Sidestep, pulls the trigger, not too far away. Certainly had Goldsmith leaping to her left-hand side. She wasn't confident that was sailing over. But again, sensational hunting from Blues. Looks like they've got their game plan well and truly sorted out. If Watford continue to play this risky football out from the back, Blues turn the ball over. That's the closest they've come from distance. Lily Ag just shaving the uprights as it found its way over the crossbar into the Tilton. You see a 4-strong Blues wall this time. Myvold has been able to navigate around that and won the free kick from Lucy Quinn. Of course, opened her account, Lucy Quinn, last Sunday. Did score 6 last season, so off the mark now this campaign. And well, the nerves continue to show in that Watford back line. A wayward pass back from that free kick to Goldsmith, who couldn't salvage the situation and prevent the corner kick. So Blues have just been gifted the first corner of the game. It's certainly, I'm sure, something that Darren Carter will focus on at half-time, looking to seize these opportunities and make Watford pay for being so lax in possession. Quinn into the penalty area, headed back across goal, off the line. Did it go in? It did. Goal Blues. Fusson wheels away in celebration. It's her first in Blues colours, and a celebration to match. While there was confusion across the whole field, all eyes looked at the referee, who awarded the goal. And once again, Blues make yet another side pay from a set piece. Brilliant delivery from Quinn from the right-hand side. Fuso was wandering around the back, rose highest and nod back across goal. And Watford couldn't prevent it from going across that line. And it's the linesman who's awarded the linesman, I should say, awarded the goal at far side. But Ivana Fuso tallies up her first in Blues colours, and Blues lead by a goal to nil. They won't care how, but they're off the mark at St Andrews. There was a yellow card dished out in the Watford complaints in the aftermath. The Blues lead by a goal to nil. And finally have made their sensational press count. That all came from a Watford mistake, gifting Blues a corner kick. Blues finally taking full advantage. Watford looking to strike back straight away, but the cross is into the arms of Lucy Thomas. As Johns takes the ball in well, good control. Given away by Watford. Devlin, nice control, smuggles it out to Mason, no way round McLean. Fuso offering an option. Just receiving some heavy contact from Giorgio upon releasing the ball. Just clutching. Clutching that left wrist that is bandaged up. Ivana Fuso, her first goal in Blues colours in just her 5th appearance for the club after arriving from Manchester United in September. She has played every game since arriving from the Red Devils. And be delighted to get off the mark here at St Andrews in the sunshine. And the free kick has found its way to Devlin. Devlin cutting inside, working an angle for the strike, deflected. And Watford can pick up in the penalty area and hook to safety. Mason looking to work it in field. It's turned over by Watford. Loose pass, however, by Bennett. So it's the start of nightmares for Watford in their quest to avoid a 5th straight defeat in the Women's Championship. They trail by a goal to nil. Stuff of dreams for Ivana Fuso. The ball just runs away from Villiag as we tick over half an hour. Blues leading by a goal to nil. And once again, Watford have made a bit of a mess of clearing their lines, and Ag looks to take it on. Just drags it wide from the half volley. But Watford just not being allowed to breathe at the moment by Blues. Every time they have the ball in their defensive third, it's hearts in the mouth stuff for as far as the Hornets are concerned. Blues look to have got their game plan sorted out to perfection. There's again another Watford player, doesn't look too confident, heading back towards her own goal, and Lawley can pick up for Blues, headed back towards the Watford goal, picked up by Smith, who looks to fashion across, cut out by Bennett. And Watford are at 6s and 7s at the back at the moment. Blues looking to take full advantage. Just been pegged back in their own territory for the past 10 minutes or so, the visitors. I'm sure Darren Carter will be desperate for his side to extend their lead while they're in the ascendancy. Quinn from the right-hand side again. Oh, a quality delivery. It's a Watford head this time that gets there first. Hook back in, it will come from Moore. She'll work it back out wide for Quinn. Quinn into the middle, rising was Fuso. It comes for Heron at the back post. Dealt with marginally by Bennett. Devlin under pressure by Baptiste, who was physical but fair, and Watford win the throw-in. Flicked on by McLean. Heron just gave it a second thought, and that allowed Baptiste to latch onto it and race away down the right-hand side. Fashions across, but no one in a Watford shirt in the middle to benefit. Haynes arriving on the scene to pick up the loose ball. And the shot comes in from Lafayette. First save for Lucy Thomas to make is a comfortable one at a near post. But certainly Haynes and Baptiste for Watford, if they're going to get a foothold in the contest, those two are certainly the sparks in that 11 that are surging them forward in doing so. Lafayette, who's pushed up on Harris, makes the challenge, concedes the throw-in. Blues leading by a 0-0 through Ivana Fuso's first of the season. The tantalising split second or so when all eyes were on the referee, but eventually Lewis Dawson awarded the goal, and Smith looks to race away. That might just run through. Does it have enough on it for the Watford goalkeeper, who does enough? Really quick thinking, to be fair to Jackie Goldsmith, just waited for the ball to roll into the penalty area, turned her back on Smith just to buy herself a split second longer before falling on it inside her 18-yard box. Watford again, persisting with playing out from the back. And again, Blues have latched onto possession deep inside Hornet territory. Quinn digs that across. Devlin is there to flick towards goal, hits the side netting. Really tight angle for Devlin to work anything from. Goalkeeper did well to narrow it down to a very acute one, and Devlin can only find the side netting. Still seeking to get off the mark, probably Devlin, this campaign. Watford have worked this out well. McLean, though, seized upon by Mason. Watford win the throw-in, much to Mason's bemusement. Heavy touch from Haynes, but it's back to Bennett. All she can do is slice out of play. See Darren Carter in your picture. He really hasn't sat down for the entirety of the 35 minutes we've been going, just barking out instructions, navigating things from the sidelines. Desperate for his side to prolong the momentum they've generated in the opening half an hour. Harris looking to drop one in over the top. Smith didn't really offer an option going forward. And Ag and Moore just telling Harris had a bit more time there to work it through the midfield. And I think that's what those midfielders wanted her to do, as Darren Carter turns back to the bench. And a slight shake of the head. He knows that Blues could have and probably should have inflicted more damage on this Watford side than the narrow 1-0 lead they possess at the moment. Here's Moore, turns away. Blues just need to escape this cul-de-sac that they've generated down the right-hand side. Lawley looking to do that with Thomas. Blues once again just looking to go through the motions after their period of dominance. Of course, it's to be expected when a side goes a goal down, there's going to be some kind of fight back. Watford are doing just that. It's a Blues throw-in, however. Just applying a bit of pressure and beginning to go up the gears, Watford, and find some defensive shape just to prohibit Blues playing the free-flowing stuff we saw in the first 25 minutes. Just need to seek some new avenues to explore. Lawley doing just that, squeezing the ball down the right-hand side. Smith, the willing runner, into the flank. Quinn works it in field. Nice turn by Fusso. Helps on to Mason. It's opened up for the left back here, who'll take it on, but just drags it wide with her left foot. But was certainly there for the taking. Ellie Mason yet to get off the mark for Blues. She was the top scorer at Lewis last season with 9 goals to her name, so can certainly find the net and knows where it is, but off target on that occasion. She also won goal of the season last campaign with a strike against Sheffield United. Yet to find the target for Blues, though. Calls for hands. Referee agrees and just wants the free kick taken from where it was awarded. Nicely done by Ag. It's Heron. Lovely feet. Seen her do that so often in a Blues shirt so far. Eve Heron, just a drop of the shoulder to elude the striker's challenge and really open the pitch up, and that's what she's done once again. Smith now in an offensive position. Reverse ball finds Mason. Snapshot to that near post. Devlin on the follow-up. Goldsmith produces a double save. But lovely football from Blues down the left-hand side. All started from Niamh Heron. Just lovely drop of the shoulder and touch away from Baptiste. Lovely interplay on the left-hand side between Mason and Smith. Lovely snapshot from Ellie Mason. Just looking to catch up out Goldsmith, who was level to it down to her near post, and then produced the second follow-up from the arriving Charlie Devlin. Into the channel it goes. Baptiste will give chase. Heron stuck with her stride for stride, got the block in and can clear away as far as Devlin. Devlin has company in the form of Harbert, who did enough to force the throw-in. Ella Harbert, who's on a dual registration deal from Arsenal, along with 2 other members of the Watford squad. Ellie Head, another one of those, along with Katie Reid, taking advantage of the dual sign system. England under-17 international at just 16 years of age, Naylor Herberts. In your picture now. Smith in all sorts of space to receive the throw-in from Mason. Now Devlin looking to work an angle in field. Devlin just slips at the vital moment, but Moore's picked up the loose clearance. Lawley looks out to that far side for Harris. Dispossessed by Lafayette. Chandler on her own back line. Rolls to Bennett. Bennett under pressure from Smith. Forced backwards to her goalkeeper. Has to work overtime to prevent the corner kick. Mason traps the ball with her instep. Lovely close control and finds Ag. Heron. Well won. Devlin. Mason's continued her run forward. Devlin can't find a way past the retreating Bennett. And then just receives a little knock from the 33-year-old. Mason, lovely ball in field. Fuso. And now Moore. Harris, not too far away. Just flashes across the face of goal. Smith arriving, as was Devlin at the back post. It's lovely interplay by Blues on the edge of the penalty area. Harris's ball just too hot for those in the middle. Mason. Devlin. Ag. It's off Harberts. Devlin. Lovely crossfield ball. Caught late by Bennett. Goes unpunished by the referee. Devlin stays down, but Blues will play on down the right-hand side with Quinn. Works in field towards Fuso, looking to get the better of Georgiou. Now Quinn. Devlin surging forward. Penalty Blues. Mason looking to twist away in the penalty area. And she was caught by a trailing leg. And on the stroke of half-time, Blues have the chance to double their advantage heading into the changing rooms. Again, really incisive play down this left-hand side. That's where Blues have shone this afternoon. Fizz passed into Mason, who took it so well on the turn. Too quick for the Watford back line, who just left a trailing leg. Mason tumbled over it, and Blues from the spot have the chance to double their advantage. And Lily Ag has taken up responsibility from 12 yards. Ag against Goldsmith. It's Lily Ag. Goalkeeper gets the right way, but could get nowhere near it. And Blues double their advantage on the stroke of half-time. And in this first 45 performance, it is nothing less than they deserve. Cordial like from the spot, Lily Ag, her first goal of the season. Dispatched expertly from the spot. Ellie Mason too quick for the Watford backline in the penalty area. Lily Ag spot kick. Too well placed for Jackie Goldsmith. And Watford have a mountain to climb now in this second half. It's Blues 2, Watford 0, heading into the half-time break. Lawley. Fuso, lovely take. Offloads to Quinn. Blues want to triple their advantage heading into the break. Quinn onto the right foot, lovely ball across. There's Devlin, they have tripled their advantage. Charlie Devlin's first of the season, Blues third of the first half. Blues are stinging the Hornets in the first 45, 3 times over. Devlin and Fuso making St Andrews their dance floor in this first half. And Watford at the moment just cannot get near Darren Carter's side, who have run away in this first 45. They lead by 3 goals to 0 and triple their advantage heading into half-time. 2 quick-fire goals, compounding Watford's misfortune. But it's nothing less than Blues deserve. You would feel that the 1-0 scoreline did flatter Watford going into the break, but Blues have made sure that they get what their first half performance has deserved. 3-0 now. All scorers grabbing their first of the season, and Blues have the wind well and truly in their sails. Heron away. And it's throw. Lawley, square to Harris. And Thomas can see it to safety. Quinn, well taken. Smith, 5 minutes of additional time at the end of the first half. Blues leading by 3 goals to 0, 2 quick-fire goals, 1 from the spot and 1 with Charlie Devlin turning into the back stick, extending Blues' advantage as Ag battles in the midfield to dispossess Watford. Mason rolls it in towards Devlin, who does well to keep the ball in play. Mason again. Fuso's made the burst forward. Lovely ball to find her from Mason. Fuso into the middle as Ag strikes her own player, Smith, in the face. So unlucky from Blues, inches away from a 4th goal. Well, it has to be said, Blues are absolutely hammering the Hornets at the moment. At the moment, it's damage limitation as far as Watford are concerned. Blues could have easily turned a 3-0 lead into 4 heading into the half-time break. Moore battling. Here's Haynes. Firm but fair challenge from Jade Moore. She'd lost the ball on this near side. She wasn't going to let it escape her grasp again and made sure. And has left Coral Haynes in a heap on the floor. And Gemma Lawley, noticing that, sportingly rolls the ball out of play. Of course, Blues just have a slight break after this fixture, then host Reading here. London City Lionesses on the second game in September. That's away in the capital. There'll be a Conti Cup fixture, I'm sure, in there as well. Charlton and West Ham still to come in the group stage of that competition, as Darren Carter just distributes some advice to his players. Lucy Quinn, the one receiving that. Well, it has been said that Blues have found plenty of joy down this left-hand side in the first half. Maybe Darren Carter just wants the same reflected on the opposite flank as well, and that's sort of what he's trying to get across to Lucy Quinn. But goals from Fuso, Devlin and Lily Agg from the spot has Blues in a mightily comfortable position before we head into the half-time break. They've only conceded 4 goals here this season, Blues, looking to complete what would be a second consecutive clean sheet. And, well, if Watford don't pick up their ideas at half-time, it looks like it could be another romp for Blues. The 4-0 victory at Bramall Lane was just the third time that Blues have scored 4 goals this calendar year. I'm sure after their first half performance, they'll be looking to repeat that feat for a 4th time in 2023. And that's certainly what they're looking to do now, to add a 4th, as Fuso can't link up with Mason. Moore stays down on the halfway line after being caught. Darren Carter just telling his players to switch on, doesn't want any complacency towards the end of the half. And what a dominant and impressive half it's been from Blues. Doesn't want to blotch that with conceding on the stroke of it. As Haynes goes direct. Nobody able to latch onto it in white. And it bounces harmlessly behind for a Blues goal kick. Blues 3, Watford 0. In the final stages of the 5 minutes added on for stoppages. Continuing very much where they left off against Sheffield United last week, Blues. Mason flicks on from the goal kick. Devlin. Darren Carter certainly putting the early season misfortune behind them, as Baptiste receives a heavy but fair challenge from Agg. Got all ball in the retreating challenge. Baptiste has stayed on the deck. Quinn just loses her footing meanwhile. And Harris clears out of play courtesy of a Watford deflection. And Baptiste still on the deck in the Blues D. Looking to get back to her feet now, the 31-year-old forward. Heavy limp as she works her way back to the halfway line. Some cause for concern for Watford. She was pivotal in their promotion season last campaign. 8 goals, 14 assists for Baptiste, as Blues continue to play on down the right-hand side. Smith rides the challenge of Chandler. And there is the half-time whistle. And well, another established half of football for Blues, who felt that their solitary goal slightly flattered the away side, so sought to add some more before their punishment was over. Lily Agg converting from the spot, and then Charlie Devlin added insult to Watford's injury, turning in at the back post to see the scoreline very much reflected Blues dominant first half display. Blues are cruising at half-time and simply hammering the Hornets. At half-time, it's Blues 3, Watford 0. Welcome back to St Andrews. Blues well and truly cruising as we head into the second half, leading Watford by 3-0. Ivana Fuso with her first goal and a double whammy in quick succession on the stroke of half-time. Liliad converting from the penalty spot, and Charlie Devlin compounding Watford's doom, heading into the break, adding a third, sliding into the back post. Blues are preparing 2 substitutions, Jay Pennock and Remy Allen being readied to go, and it looks like Charlie Devlin will be replaced by Jay Pennock, and Jade Moore is the other one who hasn't emerged from the tunnel, so I presume those two will be making way. Remy Allen, of course, who registered her first goal this season in that 4-0 thrashing of Sheffield United last week, on her birthday of all days as well, so giving herself the perfect 32nd birthday present at Bramall Lane. And Jade Pennock, who's yet to get off the mark this season after being the top scorer last campaign with 11 goals. She will replace Charlie Devlin, the scorer of Blues' 3rd goal this afternoon. Watford are also going to make a change. Well, something did have to happen at half-time. Damon Lathrope, you felt, had to do something to tinker with the side, and what he's done is withdraw Anna Maywild and put on experienced Lucia Leon. The Dominican Republic international will start at right back, so it looks like Watford have diverted to a back 4, maybe damage limitation after Damon Lathrope has conceded that plan A in the first half certainly didn't work, and the scoreline does certainly reflect that. 4 different scorers last week in the 4-0 win, 3 different scorers this week, with Blues leading by 3-0 as we begin the second half after what was a perfect 45 as far as Blues are concerned. So Thomas starts in goal, Harris, Lawley, Heron and Mason, Quinn, Ag, the goal scorer from the spot, and Remy Allen with Jade Pennock, Fuso, and Quinn supporting Libby Smith up front for Blues. As for Watford, Goldsmith in goal, Lafayette, Leon, Chandler and Bennett, Georgiou, Harbert and Haynes, with McLean supporting Baptiste and Johns. I did just hesitate there because I'm not sure if Baptiste would have come out for the second half. I don't know if I missed a substitution because she was carrying a heavy limp as she entered the half-time tunnel, but she has recovered and re-emerged, and Watford on the attack early in this second half. Lafayette, left-hand side, cross into the middle, and the strike is in. It's the perfect start to the second half for Watford. Carly Johns gets the Hornets a foothold in the game with her 5th goal of the season. It's her first in 3 games, and it's the perfect response from what Damon Lathrope would have wanted to see from his Hornets side. The team talk has struck home, and Watford strike 2 minutes into the second half. Blues now lead by 3-1. Watford back in the game, and just with a glimmer of hope. And it's exactly what Lathrope would have been begging for from his side. Their first attack of the second half, crossed by Lafayette, and Johns just had time to bring it down in the middle and pick her spot, just slicing it away from the dive of Lucy Thomas. And that complacency we were talking about at the end of the first half, Blues in cruise control. Their lead now reduced to 2. Fuso rides the challenge, still going, the Brazilian. Offloads to Quinn on the overlap. Quinn's quality ball into the middle, Pennock arriving. Heavy collision right under the crossbar, and the decision goes the goalkeeper's way. Pennock fully committed. Goldsmith likewise. And the free kick goes Watford's way. So this certainly makes things interesting. Carly Johns' 5th goal of the season early in the second half gives Watford something to build upon early in the second 45. Leon surging forward. McLean helps it on its way. Johns in a foot race now with Heron, who gets there first, the Blues centre-back. And it's smart play from Niamh Heron, just got a body between player and ball, took the contact and hit the deck to win her side a free kick. Well, they're just under a bit of pressure at the start of this second half. Watford will have a newfound belief after getting on the score sheet. Quinn flicks on. Smith giving chase. Bennett forced to go the long way round after Pennock closed down the option to pass back to the goalkeeper, and Blues have forced the throw. It's good perseverance from Smith, and Bennett just taking a knock from the Blues striker upon clearing her lines. The dynamic of the game just shifting slightly from the cruise control we saw Blues in the first 45. Fuso. Nice work in field to Lawley. Now Harris. Trying to work an angle for the cross. Pennock dispossessed. Lafferty can come away with possession. Harris working hard to get back goal side. Here's Johns, the goal scorer for Watford. Lafayette. Back in field to Johns. She's worked it well to McLean. Georgiou. Leon the substitute. Harbert's under pressure from Ag. Works it to Chandler. Harbert again, the 16-year-old, under pressure quickly from the experienced Allen, who's taken the captain's armband. Lafayette in plenty of space on this near side. Her ball inside is loose and under hit and picked up by Pennock. She's got Ag to her right-hand side, Smith to her left, Quinn arriving on the scene as well. Pennock has picked out Quinn, but it's overhit by Jade Pennock, and the momentum from the attack breaks down as Blues relinquish possession. Picked on by Haynes. Mason. Terrific defending by Mason. Had to get that interception bang on. Ball travelling over her head, an acrobatic stretch to the leg, otherwise Baptiste would have had the Tilton end to herself. So Blues leading by 3-1. Carly Johns' early strike in the second half, reducing the deficit to 2 as far as Watford are concerned. Blues still in the driving seat on the scoreline though, as Pennock looks to release Smith. A vital interception from Bennett, beg your pardon. Bennett just caught. Fuso, the beneficiary. Harris bringing Blues forward down the right flank. Wants a bit of movement from Pennock. Pennock takes over. Ag works in field to Pennock. Nice incisive pass. Pennock surrounded by white shirts, but she's waltzing her way through a cluster of them. Chandler with the clearance at the last. Harris fancies herself against Lafayette. Lafayette, the last touch came off the Watford defender. And much to her amazement, it will be a Blues corner. I'm not sure many can disagree with that. So Blues were deadly from corners in the first half. What can they conjure from their first or the second? Right footed by Quinn, right on top of the goalkeeper who's lost it, and it's bundled over the line. Blues restore their 3-goal lead, and Libby Smith bundles in her 3rd goal of the season. Smith, the beneficiary of a comedy of errors at the back from Watford. Another quality delivery from Lucy Quinn. Jackie Goldsmith on their return to the side. Lost it in the sky. That invited blue bodies to congregate on the loose ball. And it's bundled over the goal line by Libby Smith. And Blues' 3-goal lead is restored. 10 minutes into the second half. Blues 4. Watford 1. Blues score 4 times for the 4th occasion in 2023. It's 4 different scorers, just like last week. Fuso. Smith has made the burst forward, just caught offside. Just waited and waited, Smith, to hold her run. Fuso delayed and delayed. By the time the pass came, Smith was just the wrong side of that defensive line, seeking her second goal. Neat flick inside is by Johns, but it's picked up by Heron, who can go on another one of her mazy runs over the halfway line. Trying to squeeze it round the corner to Smith. Chandler in the way, the experienced centre-back Megan Chandler, who captains Watford this afternoon. She was the player of the season last campaign, their promotion campaign. Megan Chandler inherited the captaincy from the legendary forward Helen Ward. So Blues leading by 4 goals to 1. Libby Smith's 3rd of the season, cancelling out Carly John's early strike in the second half. And Smith charges down the clearance. Allen, neat play to navigate that cul-de-sac. Lovely ball by Lawley to invite Mason to burst forward. First touch was just a bit heavy, which invited the Watford challenge. Over the top it goes. Lawley, so nonchalant with the back heel to find Allen. So cool, so casual, Gemma Lawley. Allen, her attempted pass is picked up. McLean's been forced wide by her first touch, and Watford, though, have won a throw-in deep in Blues territory, and that's what Darren Carter and Emily Simpkins, I'm sure, want to cancel out. Just that complacency. Blues are in a dominant position, a 3-goal buffer, but once again can't allow Watford another avenue back into proceedings. And loose passes like that need to be stomped out as the game just getting a little needle added to it. Couple of challenges flying in, the most recent from Coral Haynes, but Ag and Lawley have worked well to find Thomas. Heron put under a bit of pressure by her goalkeeper. Mason likewise. Leon snatches the ball away. And it's good defending from Heron to divert the cross into the arms of her goalkeeper. How many times have we said that this season? Niamh Heron, who has been sublime since arriving from Sunderland. Not just defending, but range of passing as well on full exhibition there. Just picking out Quinn. Heavy touch, invited the challenge from Bennett, who's dived in at personal expense. seems to be okay, maybe just winded slightly from the follow through. Just taking a moment to gather her thoughts and making her thoughts known to the referee in no uncertain terms, but there's that punishment. And we'll play on Mason. Into Fuso, neat close control to evade 2 Watford challenges, fizzed into the feet of Smith. Watford bodies get there first, and Allen just catching Haynes from behind. Free kick, Watford. Blues leading by 4-1. 2 goals already in this second half, after we were treated to 3 in the first 45. Allen clattered into from behind. Well, that finish from Libby Smith bundling over the line marks the 11th goal that Watford have conceded away from home so far. And the away side's search for a clean sheet continues, yet to register one upon their return to the Women's Championship as Harris takes the throw in infield. Pennock no way through. Lafayette. Harris keeps the ball in place, squeezing it down the right-hand side, and Smith will get there ahead of Chandler. Blues bodies arriving in the middle. One of them is Pennock, seen to by Lafayette. Blues have yet another corner, their second of the second half, and we know what happened from the previous one. Libby Smith bundling over the line. Blues in search of a 5th. Quinn goes short to Fuso. Tees it back up for Quinn. Left-footed delivery towards the back post. Header back across goal and in! It's 5! Ellie Mason getting in on the act. For her first in a blue shirt. And just look at what it means to her. Brilliant delivery by Quinn on her weaker left side. And it's brilliant technique from Ellie Mason. Backpedaling away from goal just to angle the header back across the face of the goal. And despite a Watford intervention on the line, there's nothing that the away side can do to prevent a 5th Blues goal. And Blues lead now by 5-1. The first time they've scored 5 goals since April 2021 in a 5-1 victory over Coventry United. Well, a couple of weeks ago, Darren Carter asked for a response following Blues' defeat to Brighton in the Conti Cup. And 2 game days later, he's seen Blues win by 4-0 at Bramall Lane and fire 5 past Watford here at St Andrews. 5 different scorers as well, everyone chipping in. And Watford just taking this opportunity with their goalkeeper down on the deck, just receiving some treatment. Goldsmith. I think any goalkeeper will probably need treatment after seeing 5 goals fly past them. Watford just taking the opportunity to regroup, because the Hornets are being well and truly hammered in Small Heath this afternoon. In that furore, following Blues' 5th goal, Gemma Davison, the household Lioness name, has been brought on for Watford. And she is on for the 16-year-old Arsenal dual registration player, Layla Harbitz. So a Lioness of the past on for a Lioness of the future for Watford to try and inspire a comeback of some sorts, but in the half an hour or so that remains, Watford need to find 4 goals from somewhere if they want to take anything away from this contest. Blues, meanwhile, in the hunt for more. And they've won the ball deep in Watford territory here. Quinn. Misplaced pass, picked up by Watford. And Watford have worked it well to Leon. Davison in field. Ag with the interception. Well, Birmingham haven't hit a side for 6 since an away victory against Leicester City in December 2018. So 5 years later, can they repeat the feat of 6? As Libby Smith, who's made her mark on the fixture, bundling home her 3rd goal of the season, she makes way for Claudia Walker. Walker, another one in blue, seeking her first of the campaign. Blues still battling for every ball. They're certainly not done here, no question of that. They want to inflict yet more punishments on this Watford side. One statement win last week against Sheffield United. Blues looking to inflict another upon the Women's Championship. A Women's Championship campaign that they haven't started to their standards. But certainly a watershed moment, Darren Carter hopes, for Blues women's season. Brave header. Ag was readying to fire. A brave challenge comes in from Haynes. Watford still persevering with the play. Fuso bravely in with the header. It will fall for Ag. Quinn, lovely reverse ball over the top. Walker setting up Ag. The offside flag is up, but it's a beautiful move from Blues. So intricate. Lovely vision by Quinn and execution to find Walker. Just couldn't hold her run with Watford stretched at the back. And it remains just the 5 for Blues. Quinn will latch on to Thomas's clearance, which has turned into a fantastic ball to find the winger. Quinn fires into the middle, away from Walker, too close to Goldsmith. Fuso, lovely work by Heron, but she's been penalised for the challenge. Blues once again thought they'd won the ball high up, deep inside Watford territory. Watford all game have been flirting with danger playing back there. Haven't learned their lesson. Blues 5, Watford 1. Blues, after a bit of a stall at the start of the second half, well and truly in cruise control again. Chandler dropping in on over the top of Lawley. Johns will give chase. Lawley, lovely, tidy and composed. Davison. Haynes thought she was caught off the ball. Heavy touch from Ag. Deflects off the Blues player. Walker almost intercepting the loose pass from the away side. McLean. Baptiste doesn't have the impact that we saw her have in the first half. Bianca Baptiste. Johns battling. Baptiste takes over on that far side, conjures across, no one in white in the middle, and Harris can touch and clear up towards Pennock, calls for hands, nothing doing, and Pennock can race away. Loose ball though, picked up by Lyon. Baptiste looks to turn away from Pennock. Easier said than done. And Lucy Quinn has just hit the deck, requiring some medical attention. Jamie Finn being readied and given her instructions, as is Christine Harrison-Murray below me. So you'd expect a change to be imminent. Well, Lucy Quinn, another assist to her name this afternoon after firing in her first of the season at Bramall Lane last week. Well, after no win at St Andrews this season, just 1 point from a possible 9 so far for Blues women. This was certainly the perfect response that Darren Carter was looking for. Romping at Bramall Lane last week and now back home, inflicting the same punishment to this Watford side, who misfortunes continue in their return in the Women's Championship. Lucy Quinn back on her feet. Harrison-Murray and Jamie Finn readied on the sideline. But Blues will have to continue with 10 players for the time being. And that's how many they'll have to defend this throw-in. Good strength from Ag to hold off Johns, and Lawley can clip clear. Quinn has been reintroduced to the field of play. Davidson, nice play in towards Baptiste. Quinn can pick up. Ag facing her own goal. Heron working overtime to prevent the corner kick. Watford trying to muster something down the right-hand side. The cross was tame and easily dealt with by Lawley. Lyon. Watford having their best spell of the second half. Bennett into the area. Johns was rising. Lawley got there ahead of the striker, taken off Leon's toe, likewise by Harris on Davison. This is Chandler. Lafayette. Down the flank it goes for McLean. Battling with Ag, just a air kick by Lily Ag, but recovers the situation well. Harris under pressure from Johns, but Harris gets her clearance away. Header is won by Chandler, and Watford will continue what is probably their best spell of the game. Heron cutting it out. No way past Leon. And Heron, just with a cynical foul, knew that she was out of position, so needed to prevent the break from Watford, and will receive the yellow card. You can see the complaints from Niamh Heron. It's probably the only thing that she's done wrong this afternoon, and probably the only foul she's committed, but the referee thought that it warranted a booking. Chandler, square it goes for Bennett. Bennett to drop one in over the top down the right-hand flank, met by Mason. Baptiste brings the ball under her spell, looks to pull the trigger, but instead spreads it wide. And the effort comes in the end from McLean, but it's well wide and sliced off target. And Lucy Quinn is just begging the bench to do something about the injury she's been carrying, and now Darren Carter will introduce two new players into the fray. So Lily Ag will be replaced by Jamie Finn. Finn, who is in her third season with Blues. 8th appearance from the bench, and Christy Harrison-Murray, Scottish international, will come on for Lucy Quinn. Harrison-Murray received the captain's armband from Remy Allen, who's sported it splendidly. So midfield two now of Finn and Harrison-Murray, with Fuso going over to the left-hand side, Pennock on this right, and Allen playing just in behind Claudia Walker. That's who the kick is aimed for. It's over her head, and Bennett can work it back to Goldsmith. Bennett taking a chance on the edge of her own penalty area, but she's found Giorgio. Davidson. Too many blue shirts around her, then just catching Remy Allen late as she tried to reprieve the situation. And the ex-England international. 16 caps for Gemma Davison, a household name around women's football, of course. Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea. She's won the top tier of English football on 10 occasions, and a UEFA Cup with Arsenal in 2006-2007 season. Born and bred through the Watford Academy. And obviously, as I say, travelled the world with Chelsea, Liverpool and Arsenal before returning here to her hometown club. Here she is on the ball again. Just runs out of room on this near side. Harris, Allen, cute ball in fields, both fully committed there. Lafayette and Harris, it's dropped in over the top. Baptiste congregating on it, as was Johns. It's cleared only as far as Davison. And Watford work it well to their back line. Nice interplay from Watford, and just overhit by Giorgio at the vital moment. Walker looking to benefit down the left-hand flank, cut out by Bennett. It's interesting how it's taken Watford to go 5-1 down to start putting some passes together in the middle and working through the lines as Mason floats in field, glides past Giorgio, and it's slotted through for Pennock. It's Jay Pennock, it's Mason. Just fluffed their lines at the vital moment. Ellie Mason looking for a brace. Harris will reload into the middle. Mason once again in uncharted territory, linking up with Jay Pennock. Just the return ball teed up slightly behind the left back. And there was the miss hit to prove. As Goldsmith works that wide. Neat feet by Lafayette, who was just tugged back by Jay Pennock. Murray battling with McLean. Coral Haynes, another one who hasn't managed to exert the dominance he showed in the first half when Watford went forward. That's because they've rarely gone forward in this second half. Their only real attack led to their only goal of the afternoon. The away side, Davison, trying to make something happen for Watford going forward. Cut out by Blues. It's Finn. Rolling over the halfway line, Fuso. Finn's continue to run. Fuso looks to explore this opposite side, the right. Remy Allen, bit of space. Pennock, neat play by Blues. Allen's cross, too close to the goalkeeper. So just under 10 minutes to go. Blues leading by 5 goals to 1. Lovely tackle by Heron. Been absolutely exquisite at centre-back alongside Lawley once again this afternoon. Good control by Walker. Harrison Murray, sensible game management, just keeping the ball, Blues, frustrating Watford even further to rub salt in the Hornets' wounds. Harrison Murray, over the top it goes towards Pennock. Goalkeeper's come an awful long way out, but seen away the danger. And Carter rolling back the years. So Watford, for the final 10 minutes, are going to throw on 3 new faces, all hands to the pump. They've got nothing to lose now. They need to find 4 goals from somewhere if they are to take anything away from Small Heath this afternoon. So Bianca Baptiste will be replaced by Ellie Head, a 19-year-old, another one on the dual registration agreement from Arsenal. Baptiste, who did threaten in the first half, but was nullified by the time the second came around. And Georgiou will be replaced by Ali Palish. And Annie Rossiter will be the last of the tripartite of changes. And she will replace Coral Haynes. So Watford need to find the miracle from somewhere if they're not to succumb to their 5th successive defeat on their return to the Women's Championship. Blues, meanwhile, just need to see this final 10 minutes out, or if they want to, they can add insult to injury. Last time they hit 6 against the side was in 2018 against Leicester City. For the optimists out there, 7 goals last came in November 2016. That was against Sunderland. But just the 5 for Blues so far as we tick over 84 minutes. Mason, who's been marauding down that left-hand side all afternoon. Harrison Murray seized upon by 2 white shirts, but wriggles their way out of a tight spot. Passes hit short towards Mason, however. Sliding challenge comes in, and Herring can just look to shepherd this away from Johns. Corner to Watford. It'll certainly take a miracle for Watford to take anything from this game. But never say never in football. Left-footed delivery is in! Well. Lucia Leon rising highest in the penalty area to head past Lucy Thomas. Blues 5, Watford 2. 5 minutes to go plus stoppages. Leon with her first of the season. It's a really well taken header from the right back. She met it at the front post. There's enough pace on the ball for her to just glance and use the power on the ball to beat the Blues shot stopper. And Watford have another one. Deficit now at 3. Well, Watford haven't been able to get forward that often in the game, as is the Blues' robustness and well-organised back line. But when they have, they've certainly been clinical from set pieces, and when they've managed to conjure anything into the penalty area. Blues leading now by 5 goals to 2. You know, with 4 minutes to go, it looks like the points are in the bag, but obviously Darren Carter will be severely disappointed with the fashion that Blues have conceded from that set piece. Walker picks up the loose ball and finds Finn. Lawley charging forward from centre-back, Pennock, and now Harris. Harrison Murray, and now Mason. And this is Fuso. Her cross is blocked, and she will settle for the corner kick. In comes the corner kick, met by a Blues head, but it'll be cleared by Watford. The shot comes in, but well wide in the end from Finn. Chandler, Lafayette. Watford building, Lawley's loose touch. Thomas does just enough to keep the ball in play and prevent the corner. So 10 minutes of additional time. So with Watford scoring a second, 10 minutes in football is plenty of time to do something special, as Pennock just preparing to fire, prevented from doing so by a splendid tackle from Lafayette, who concedes the corner kick. But 5-2, 10 minutes to go. It would take something of a miracle, but this is football after all. Blues need to see this game out safely, but they have the ball exactly where they want it, and a 3-goal buffer. Harrison Murray dinks into the middle, keeper came and keeper claimed. Pennock. Mason is offside. Splendid save by the goalkeeper, Goldsmith, nonetheless, but another incisive move by Blues on the edge of the penalty area. Mason seeking her second goal of the afternoon. Harrison Murray certainly brought on to be that dynamo in the midfield, just to manage the game for Blues, especially with the 8 minutes we still have to play, and Fuso just loses a boot as she's felled by Leon, the scorer of the second goal for Watford. The goal that might have inspired a comeback if Watford could have pushed on, but since that goal, Blues have looked to seize the initiative once again and cancelled out any hopes of a fight back as far as the Hornets are concerned. Fuso just receiving some assistance in tying up her laces. The Brazilian, who's been brilliant today once again. Played every game since joining Manchester United. This just her third start of the campaign. Fired towards Mason from the free kick, hit clear by Bennett. Heron allows the ball to bounce, invites the pressure from Johns, but works with Thomas, who can clear her lines upfield. Chandler heads away, Allen bundled over. Rossiter. Harris can surge forward. Pennock, who just checked her run to stay onside, and that gave Lafayette the head start she needed. But it's been given as a corner. Damon Lathrope looking a very lonesome figure, stalking his technical area, kicking his feet. Must be wondering what's gone wrong for Watford this afternoon. It's a free kick for Harrison Murray. It falls for Lawley, who stabs towards goal. Beg your pardon, it wasn't a corner kick, it was a free kick for the challenge on Pennock. Looked a little soft to me, but from that resultant free kick, Lawley stabbing towards goal, of course, wanting to add to her tally that she opened last game. Blues once again wrestle back possession. Watford, though, follow suit. Lafayette skips past Pennock and surges down the left. Lovely 1-2 with Head. Johns. Heads has made the burst beyond her. Harris turning on the pace to keep up with the player on loan from Arsenal, a dual registration agreement. Here she is. Left-footed ball into the middle, eludes Heron at the front post. Picked up by Fuso under pressure from Palish. And Blues can clear their lines. So 7 minutes into the 10 minutes added on, just 3 minutes Blues need to manage this game for. Walker going down off the ball, an altercation with Bennett. Nice close control from Johns. It's Chandler. Palish. Now Davison looking to make something happen on the edge of the Blues penalty area, begging for an option. Palish has provided it. Heron dives in, and according to the referee, got the ball. Well, players stood and asked the question, but the referee was unmoved. Another terrific challenge from Niamh Heron, who's been sensational at the back once again. Rossiter forced out of the penalty area by Heron, and there she is again in the way. The 20-year-old centre-back. Just no way past Niamh Heron. This time she surrenders the corner kick. 1.5 minutes to go. The corner kick, met by Allen, helped on by Christy Murray, more up than out by the Scottish international. Just tugged back as she cleared her lines, up towards Walker. He just needs to keep this as far away of the Blues goal as possible. Darren Carter, I'm sure, will be thoroughly impressed with what he's seen so far as Fuso looks to inflict insult or injury. Pennock joining in. The deflection was beneficial for Watford, but Fuso with another incisive run on the periphery of the penalty area. Just looking to work an angle for the shot. Invited Pennock into play, but Blues couldn't conjure anything in the end. Leon. Chandler dropping one in over the top. Bread and butter stuff for Gemma Lawley and Lucy Thomas. Walker. Allen battling with Palish. This is McLean making tracks down the flank. Deflection is beneficial for Johns. Heron in the way, and we know the end result. Absolutely no way past Niamh Heron. Damon Lathrope winding back the years with a neat pass down the touchline. He was a player for Norwich, Torquay, Aldershot and Woking throughout his career, the Watford gaffer. It's an afternoon to forget here at St Andrews for him and his side. Rossiter's delivery into the penalty area. Meat and drink for Lucy Thomas. Well, Blues with another statement win in the Women's Championship as they hammer the Hornets. It was going to be a tall order to top the 4-0 win at Bramall Lane last week, but Blues have earned their first win at home of the season in some style as they score 5 for the first time since April 2021. They were 3 up before half-time in a dominant first-half performance. And despite a brief Watford fight back, Blues see out the job in some style. 5 consecutive defeats for Watford now. As for Blues, they move to 4 unbeaten and pick up their 3rd win of the season to move up to 6th and leave a deep sting lingering for the visitors. Full time here at St Andrews. Blues 5, Watford 2. Keep right on, Blue Noses.